So welcome to the collective. I am going to be working on a Thanksgiving layout, even though this is a December collective. I figure we're all seeing a lot of holiday photos right now and all that kind of stuff, so I can veer off a tiny bit. So I'm going to be using Felicity Jane. That's the concentration I'm using on. So for the collective, we either use a warehouse box or a collection of products. So like some people are using All Maggie Home, some people might be going with Pink Fresh. Right now I am using Felicity Jane. The photo I am using is this one right here. This is my mother and my mother-in-law. That was on Thanksgiving. My background paper I'm going to use is this really nice kind of light wood grain, and it's from the Something Sweet collection, I believe. Oh, look at how great that mint is. All right, we're going to pretend that's not there. So I have this right here, and I also have, this looks like it was from a Thanksgiving collection. Yes, it says November. Really like that. This deep yellow is gorgeous. This has some little leaves on it, and this has floral. Oh, so let's see. This one's Autumn Skies. This says Autumn Tiny Floral and Grid. And let's see, this is Autumn Skies. So, all right. So I have some Thanksgiving kind of things. And I'm going to be using Scrap Squad's lift right here. Let's see. See if I still have it. Yes, it's week 28 from Scrap Squad. So Scrap Squad is on Facebook. You can go ahead and join if you'd like to do scrap lifts. So I'm going to do that. And that's what I know. So I'm going to start working on this. I'll voice over and take you along with me. So here we go, friends. So this is a fairly simple design, which is kind of fun, which makes me really want to use pattern paper even more than normal. So if you can see there on the scrap lift, there is a strip of yellow on the bottom, and I went ahead and did the same. I just went ahead and grabbed a strip of yellow from that kind of leafy design that you can see in the upper right of my screen, and I kind of felt like that worked for the fall layout. Now I'm going to go ahead and just grab a bunch of pieces and make these kind of like arrow type shapes like we see in the scrap lift. I have gone ahead and I have matted my photo in two different yellow pattern papers as well as a deep brown. You see the deep brown that's on that far right arrow? It's in that paper, and I thought that it added kind of like not that it's serious, but a bit of importance to my photo. And I did also go ahead and use an almost dry brown ink pad to ink my arrows, the outside of my paper, my background paper, and yeah, so as well as that little thankful cut apart. I went ahead and just cut that out of one of the Felicity Jane sheets, inked that as well, because my colors were a little subdued. I mean, not subdued for some people, but for me, they were a little subdued, and I thought they needed to have the opportunity to get a little bit more separated out. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and start looking through all of my products to audition a bunch of pieces and see what's going to work to help me tell my story. I glued down my title, which is The Moms. I kind of have a two-part title with The Moms and Thankful on the right side. And now I've just kind of gone through some of my collection packs looking for the yellows and the browns and you know, the things that will be matching the pattern papers in this collection. I liked that really nice sturdy label piece there. It's almost, it's one of the die cuts, but it's almost like a chipboard type not consistency, but thickness. It's really nice. I like this adorable little floral bouquet that is in just the perfect kind of marigold kind of yellow. It's slightly different hue, but I think it really works to bring in some different colors of the same saturation. So that's what you see there, and it's puffy, which puffies are my very, very favorite. These are little vellum stickers that I have from this box. I'm just going to use a bit of it, but I do love vellum stickers in that, you know, they're subtle, but they add something. Like that's just enough of that really nice peachy pink that it comes out being ever so beautiful. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just seeing what works. And you know, I'm not being super precious about making sure it's a Thanksgiving fall supply or anything like that. But this, clearly did work since I did have some leaf kind of things. But, I would have made it work regardless. And I do like the nice brown tones, and that it does actually work with the scrap lift. I tend to veer way off with my scrap lifts, and this one actually, you can tell what I was scrap lifting from for a change, so that's kind of cool. So I did end up wanting to move that little puppy word there. It's competing with that bright yellow heart, and I thought a heart was a good idea for kind of like a mom's layout. So what you see me using right there are these like little puffy hexagon shapes, which are kind of cool because, first of all, I love me some hexagons, but I do like the idea of the hexagon shapes. It's not just like your basic random circle enamel dot. So that is cool. Now I went into my bits and pieces kind of bin I have for some of these, for my Felicity Jane collection. I found 2 flare that work for Thanksgiving. I have a little word that says yum, and I also have a little cupcake, and I think that's from the collection that Seuss Fish designed for Felicity Jane. That was a really cute, whimsical, rather British feeling collection. I'm going through and seeing which pieces of these wood veneer pieces will work, and I did find some that will go ever so nicely towards this layout. I like what I did there with that. I like it if I can get all kinds of different textures and interesting elements to look at, and I think that happened with this, even though I'm using a little bit more of a simple design. So I'm going to get some of these beautiful little sequins on this layout. I don't know what collection most of this stuff comes from. I just have it all together since it was like a warehouse box. Now down below are links to the other ladies that are taking part in the collective this time around. I hope you take some time to go see what they came up with. We are using different collections, which is really fun. Some people are using Pink Fresh. I think a couple ladies either are or are going to be switching over to Maggie Holmes soon. And right now I'm using Felicity Jane. So whatever collection you're feeling like concentrating on and you want to make a dent in, that's where the collective comes in as like a fun little series. Now this time I went ahead and used my little brown marker to do my journaling up top, and that is about it. I hope you like what I did today, friends, and I will see you guys ever so soon with another layout. Bye bye, guys.